Welcome back to the Gear Bunker. Today we're going to be doing kind of a long-term overview and review of the Sterling Pacific 35-liter travel case, so stay tuned. Alright, welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at the Sterling Pacific 35-liter travel case, and we've done several reviews from several different manufacturers on carry-on luggage, and I just want to kind of circle back after about 2 years with the Sterling Pacific case here and just kind of give my thoughts on its durability, longevity, and practicality when you're traveling the US and abroad. So the first thing I want to say is, I mean, just look at the thing. It's absolutely gorgeous. I've got a lot of soft-sided cases, some from Filson, 511 Tactical, North Face, Douchebags, and a couple others. But quite frankly, nobody actually comes up out of their way in the airport to tell me how gorgeous my travel luggage is. And you'll definitely get that with this. Whether it's the full aluminum construction, the body is made from 50-52 aluminum, and it has these reinforcing ridges here just to give structural integrity to the big flat panels up front. The corners, the wheel housings, and the trolley housing right here are all made of A380 aluminum, and that is basically just for straight out brute strength. It has a nice retractable trolley right here that's also all aluminum, and the areas up here are wrapped in full grain Italian leather, as well as the top handle and the side handle. And I can tell you that whether you're on the smooth concrete, the parking garage, or even gravel, we just came back from a trip in Grand Turk in the Turks and Caicos, and everything out there is gravel. And I'll tell you, these wheels performed flawlessly, and you can just see how smooth these things operate. And they have a nice, I'm not sure what the material is, but it's not rubber, it's kind of like some type of poly, almost like a rollerblade wheel. So very smooth over a multitude of surfaces. And up front here we have a couple of TSA approved combo locks. There's a 3-digit lock that you can input any 3 digits that you choose. It comes with the combo of 000, and then you can go inside and program how that's actually customizable. So these open fairly easily, and what I've found is sometimes I forgot to lock the case, and in transit you'd bump into something and it would open it up. So be sure to actually lock the doors. Whether you need it for security or not, it will just prevent it from accidentally opening up if it brushes up against something. At first I was concerned about the aluminum getting scratched or dented, which is kind of silly in retrospect. But yeah, the corners will get dinged up. I've got like a couple of scratches on it, but in all honesty, it just kind of shows the patina of how well traveled it is. But the overall durability and functionality is unmatched. A couple of the small things that I like about this case are these little kickstands right here that keep the bag sitting up very securely when you have it in the upright position, and then when it is in the back of a trunk or on a flat surface in a bus or something, you've got 4 plastic risers here to basically prevent any damage to the bottom of the case when it's sitting like this. Inside the case, Sterling Pacific uses a ring spun twill weave lining, and it is also right up there with in keeping with its overall design and appearance. It's a nice chocolatey dark brown twill lining, covers the hinge, and it even has 2 very secure metal buckles here to kind of crisscross and keep your cargo in place as you're out and about. Up top here they have a mesh zippered interior pocket. I usually just put travel documents and stuff in there. If I'm truly using this for a carry-on luggage, the one thing I find lacking is a sleeve for a tablet or a laptop. some way to protect it, because a lot of the soft-sided cases will have a pocket on the outside that it can slide that in. Obviously, that's not feasible with a case like this, so you do have to pop open, get inside the luggage, and I'm either stuffing my laptop under these two straps, which doesn't really prevent it from sliding down to the bottom and hitting something hard unprotected. The other option is putting it in here. My laptop doesn't fit, but I can fit a tablet in here, but it also is just going to be bouncing up against the inner part of this top case. There's no padding back here. So in the future, it would be really awesome if Sterling Pacific could somehow incorporate an easy access sleeve or something that when you open this up, you could put a laptop or a large tablet in for travel. And maybe even a small outside pocket for passports and travel documents. I do use this internationally quite a bit. I found that this is 35 liters is just the right size for either a long weekend in a cold climate where you're bringing sweaters, sweatshirts, or a jacket. But we just did, I think it was 8 or 9 days in the Turks and Caicos, and we actually brought this on board our private aircraft that we flew out there. So space wasn't a concern, but I did want to just see if I could get 8 or 9 days with a case this size. And when you're going to a warmer climate where you're using shorts, flip-flops, thin shirts, sun shirts, and stuff like that, it worked perfectly. I had just everything I needed, including my toiletry kit in there. So overall, over the last 2 years, I would say the wear and tear on this has been as expected. It has a little, corner scuffs and stuff like that, but absolutely beautiful overall, and the functionality, it hasn't changed whatsoever, and I look forward to using this more and more in the future. Now that we've decided to use our aircraft for travel, it fits in the back of our Mooney perfectly. So I'm really excited about that, and it fits in the overhead compartments in all cabins and all domestic aircraft that I've flown in. Even the smaller CRJ 900, the overhead compartment does fit this lengthwise. All the other 7.3s and A320s, you can kind of fit it in there and stand it upright. So no issues with carrying it on. It's a good width. The measurements are 14 inches wide, 22.5 inches tall, and 8.5 inches thick. So it travels very well between the aisles in most airlines that I've been on, and also around the terminal. So after 2 years of use, I'm extremely pleased with this. I hope that Sterling Pacific continues to innovate with these beautiful cases. I'd say priced at $14.95. It's definitely in the upper class of carry-on luggage, but I also think it's going to be one of the last pieces of luggage you buy. And if I go downstairs into my basement and compare how much it costs for all the other carry-ons that I've had over the years, it definitely is a good value overall over the long term. So if you like what you see here on the Gear Bunker, be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube page. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram. And don't forget to click over to thegearbunker.com and get the full written review with more details, dimensions, specifications, and our final thoughts on products like this. So until next time, we will see you again on the Gear Bunker. Stay tuned and safe travels.